From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Amarachi Ubani.
Good evening and welcome tonight. It's a season of political defections and cross-carpeting as former presidential candidate Ibrahim Shekarau dumps the APC for the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. 11 PDP senators write to Senate President over their intention to move to the All Progressives Congress, the APC. Seven Kaduna Group endorses President Goodluck Jonathan for a second term. And U.S. President Barack Obama dares the Congress, says it will move on by tackling economic inequality with or without the lawmakers. On business news tonight, the Nigerian Stock Exchange rates the corporate governance system of listed companies.
On sport news, Nigeria's Super Eagles battling hard to break down 10-man Ghana at the semi-finals of the ongoing African Nations Championship.
I'm Linda Kibe, and from Abuja, former military President Ibrahim Babangida denies writing President Goodluck Jonathan, calls the rumor an outright blackmail.
At this time, it is going the other way. A leader of the All Progressives Congress and former governor of Kano State, Ibrahim Shekarau, has defected to the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. The former presidential candidate of the All Nigeria People's Party, the ANPP, in the 2011 elections was also a founding member of the APC, along with several of his supporters, numbering in their thousands. Mr. Shekarau announced his decision at his residence in Kano, where they agreed to join forces with the PDP. Our correspondent, Charles Aruka, reports.
On board, we ran a government of all-inclusive.
In the 2011 presidential election, he ran on the platform of the All Nigeria People's Party and put up quite a good show in a bid to unseat PDP's candidate, President Goodluck Jonathan. Now, Alhaji Ibrahim Shekarau has become a member of the People's Democratic Party. It's a near-festive atmosphere as a throng of excited supporters besiege the Kano home of their former governor, who used to be a leader of the ANPP. They've obviously come from far and near. Even the law enforcement officers have a hard time holding back the daunting and surging crowd. It's all leading up to when their leader will make a historic decision.
Members of the current ANPP of Kano State do hereby denounce our membership of the All Progressives Party APC. We dump the party from this moment, and based on the motion moved and adopted and accepted unanimously, we, the members of ANPP stock of Kano State, are moving en masse, collectively, one and all, into the People's Democratic Party.
From being one of the leading lights of the alliance that evolved into the All Progressives Congress, why is Shekarau deserting his former political constituency?
Not a single leadership structure exists of interim leadership at ward levels, at local government levels, at state levels. Up to this time, within the 6 months, we are yet to receive any detailed program of democratic election to produce leaders of the party at various levels.
Even as his followers digest this latest turn of events, the leaders among them affirm his decision.
All of us should collectively check out from APC to the People's Democratic Party, PDP, because time and tide wait for no man.
From being a staunch supporter of the ruling party, Shekarau's latest romance with the PDP only affirms the maxim that, in politics, there are no permanent friends or foes, only permanent interests. Charles Aruka, for Channels Television News.
And the wind of defection by politicians from one party to another has continued to blow, with 11 senators notifying the leadership of the upper house of their move from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. Our National Assembly correspondent reports that a formal letter to this effect has been delivered to Senate President David Mark. The letter, addressed to the Senate President, reads in part, "This action and decision is as a result of the division and factionalization in the People's Democratic Party that sponsored our election into the Senate." The letter was signed by 11 senators, including Dr. Bukola Saraki and Mohammed Lafiaji from Kwara State, Abdullahi Adamu of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Gobir, and Umaru Dahiru of Sokoto State.
From Anambra North.
The wave of defections appears to be moving to the Senate after several speculations.
Mr. President, distinguished senators,
to satisfy Section 68, subsection 1G of the 1999 Constitution, which seeks that a lawmaker should inform the House of intention to defect. A letter with names of senators addressed to the Senate President was submitted at the Senate. The list contained 16 names, but only 11 signed the letter of their intention to defect to the All Progressives Congress, APC. During the debate on the general principles of the 2014 appropriation bill, the senator representing Kwara Central, who was a member of the breakaway faction of the PDP, walked up to the Senate President holding what is believed to be the letter of notification of change of political party. The document submitted was, however, not read on the floor of the Senate. The names on the letter are Senator Bukola Saraki from Kwara Central, Senator Shaba Lafiagi from Kwara North, Senator Abdullahi Adamu from Nasarawa West, Senator Abdullahi Gobi from Sokoto East, Senator Umar Dahiru from Sokoto South, Senator Magnus Abe from Rivers South East, Senator Wilson Ake from Rivers West, Senator Bindo Jibrila from Adamawa North, Senator Ali Ndume from Borno South, Senator Danjuma Goje, and Senator Aisha Jumai from Taraba North. The other senators on the list that did not sign are Senator Muhammad Machido from Sokoto North, Senator Saidu Al-Khali from Gombe North, Senator Bashir Muhammad from Kano Central, Senator Ahmed Zana from Borno Central, and Senator Ahmed Barata from Adamawa South. If the defection sails through, the PDP will retain the majority in the Senate with 62 senators, while the APC members will increase to 44.
Well, the last few weeks have witnessed a lot of political drama, leading to the defection of politicians from one party to another. And when the House of Representatives, over 30 lawmakers defected from the ruling People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. Also, the PDP benefited from the defection in the National Assembly. Now, some big politicians have also moved, signaling that the 2015 elections would be an interesting one. But in all of this, what consideration do these politicians have for the electorate? I'm being joined now on the News at 10 by a senior lawyer and solicitor of the Supreme Court, Mr. Osahon Ihehe. You're welcome to the News at 10.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Well, this looks all very familiar to you, doesn't it? I mean, the whole defection scenario, and it's coming just barely a year to elections next year. Seriously, what do you make of it?
If you ask me, I keep asking myself, what is in it for the Nigerian electorate? Absolutely nothing. What is happening now is just that the Bafarawas of this world, the Amechis of this world, the Bukola Sarakis of this world are just moving for their own personal and selfish interests.
When you say what is the need for the Nigerian
what
electorate?
What is in it? In all these defections.
Right.
Nothing in it for the Nigerian electorate. It's just personal interest. These are just people, selfish people who are just trying to move and serve their own interest. Practically nothing for the Nigerian electorate.
Yeah, what I'm really wondering really is what the options are, because before it was people, party members from the PDP moving to the APC. Now we're seeing people from the APC moving to the PDP, saying that the APC's ideologies are whatever they are, whatever they describe them as. But really, I mean, it doesn't seem to be a difference between the two parties.
If you ask me, there is simply no ideology whatsoever behind all these defections. What is behind these movements are just personal interest. This man feels he might not have his interest protected, at the polls. In APC, he moves to PDP. The other man feels, oh, I do not want to be here. I can't be here because if I remain here, I probably will not win elections. All they are doing is just trying to protect their own interest. All they are doing, all they're interested in is where if you ask me, where their interest will be protected. That's all. Nothing for the Nigerian electorate. There is no ideology whatsoever. Like I said a few weeks ago, there's no ideology whatsoever. There's no difference between PDP and APC. The only thing that joins these two parties together is all about corruption and just personal interest, selfish interest, nothing more.
Well, I'm more interested in understanding, the ease with which, these party members defect. And then it seems so easy that you really begin to wonder what the law says about defection.
Well, the law says about defection, Section 68 of the Constitution talks about when there is a division in the party or where there is a merger of two or more political parties. But further down the line of that same section, it talks about how it can be proved that a particular member of the party has moved to the other party. Mm-hmm. And of course, this basically is talking about the position in the National Assembly. That is, if one man moves, whether he can move, and if he moves, is it because of a division or is it because of a merger of two or more political parties?
Because, sorry, if you really look at it, there is no division in the APC. So you wonder why the defection from APC to PDP.
That is why I said it's all about personal interest. It's all about personal interest, nothing more. All what they are just playing out is everybody is just thinking of what he can gain, if he moves from one party to the other. Nothing else.
Mr. Ihe, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on News at 10. I've just been speaking with Mr. Osahon Ihe, senior lawyer and solicitor of the Supreme Court here in Nigeria. But in part two, after the break, Northern elders condemn the state of insecurity in the north. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.